Nick Kelly, Nick Kelly, Senior Director of Experiential Marketing at Anheuser Busch.
Nick, how has the AB brand changed, especially in the last few years, in terms of the way it's engaging with consumers?
AB as a whole has kind of really drastically shifted its model for how it activates sports. We've taken a hard pivot from big signs, being present, being really relevant at sporting events to really having a meaning. We're really tapping into the passion of consumers, at the events themselves, where have it be experiences that we create that only Bud Light or Budweiser can create. Leveraging the assets we have at the league level to create Super Bowl, World Cup, World Series type activations that no other brand can, and most importantly, we are trying to be daily digging deep into the social media and digital space to have one-on-one interactions that doesn't cost us anything and really shows that we know the sports that these guys care most about.
Let's talk a little bit about soccer. AB's engagement in soccer, both in the United States and globally. How has it changed? Where is it today? And what are some of the best examples you have of success on the brand side?
Yeah, right now, as the official beer of the World Cup with Budweiser, we have a big responsibility to help both the game of soccer grow, not only here in the U.S. but globally, and really heavily activate around the biggest time of every 4 years with the World Cup. Selfishly, we're actually going to use the World Cup this year to help introduce Budweiser to new countries in Africa and South America, where we have just acquired with the SAB Miller merger, a bunch of properties and places where Budweiser's never been before. So there's no better place for us to launch the Budweiser brand, which is 100-year-old, than the World Cup, where it'll see more eyeballs, it'll get more brand awareness over the course of this summer than any other platform we could possibly get our hands on. Successfully, in the U.S., we're in a unique situation where we'll activate heavily the U.S. national team, we'll activate the World Cup, but what makes us a little bit unique than maybe any other market in the world, we'll also activate the U.S. Mexican national team. The Mexican national team, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil. It's hard to imagine there's a lot of other countries who are activating other countries during the World Cup. So we're in a unique position where I think we'll be extremely successful activating up to 10 different countries here in the United States.
Lastly, emerging sports. AB's kind of dipped its toe in the water with gaming and esports. Why and where is it today, and where do you see that marketplace growing?
Yeah, we continue to look for new ways for us to reach a different consumer. Currently, the place we've seen the most traction has been esports. We started the Bud Light All-Stars program about 2 years ago, and the reason we really dived into it is, one, it's an unduplicated consumer who's 21 to 35. They may not be a traditional sports fan. They spend a lot of time in platforms where we may not reach them. We weren't until a year ago advertising on Twitch. We weren't engaging these consumers at their conferences and festivals where they spend hours on end with each other, and most importantly, we have an ownable platform here. We actually have the opportunity to go in and own the All-Star program because there was no such thing. So we're putting some validity behind what they're doing by creating these platforms and elevating some of their best players. Frankly, it's cost affordable at the moment because it has become still an emerging sport. It's not one of those properties that has a history of partners coming in and activating. So we love the flexibility, we love the opportunity, and most importantly, for the ownership piece that it gives us right now.